I am too emotional to do this.
Helen, we've both got our shoulders out. We're shimmying into our century.
I can't believe we're 100 years old.
100 episodes!
I remember when we were 4. We were little. I thought I'd have love by now. You were supposed to be married. We've fucked up our lives. All we've done is this podcast.
Yeah, it is crazy that you made me promise that it would be over if I got pregnant or had a baby. Was that it?
No, you married.
Yeah, and neither of us has managed either.
No, the only thing that we've progressed on in the last 100 weeks of episodes is Andrew's teeth are now straighter.
2 years.
Yeah.
And they're still not done. The fucking
braces are still on.
For fuck's sake. 100 episodes.
We've achieved nothing.
No, congratulations. We've achieved 100 episodes. Air shake. I don't want to touch your hands still.
Okay.
Wow.
And there's so many really sweet animals in the world, and they're just ignored, and then just left to die in the woods.
Well, just because you looked at some Highland cows a minute ago.
She was just on the algorithm, and I need you to stop with the Highland cows. I need you to stop. Now.
They get so chilly in winter.
I can't with this. I can't, please.
But then they have lots of hair, and they're very fluffy.
They do.
Yeah,
welcome to the 100th episode of TrustyHogs.
Through the fog, step forth the TrustyHogs. Yeah, you're gonna give them your problems and they will solve them. Or maybe they won't, and that's your problem. They'll have guests and Andrew White on the tech. Oh, it's Helen and Catherine as the TrustyHogs. Trust the TrustyHogs, or maybe not.
And the other thing we've achieved is that I know what to do with my curls now.
What?
Like, I know how to make them curly and not.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah,
that's good. What? I know. What? I was like, they've looked the same for the last, since the, I don't know exactly what week it was, but the one where Catherine cut her fringe.
Oh, and the fringe is gone. Hallelujah.
Okay, you've actually progressed loads. My hair's slightly darker in colour. Not this week, but just in general than when we started.
Here's the thing, Helen. I've gained
a bit of weight, I guess, since we started, probably.
Yeah, sure, listen, haven't we all?
I was going to say, not on that point, on the hair point. Your hair is much darker because I searched GIFs for Helen Bauer on Instagram, and there's one of you, and it's so blonde that I was like, is that actually Helen? I had to Google the Hypothetical clip to make sure
I have
it was
a GIF?
you. Yeah, it's you on Hypothetical.
What am I doing?
I'll find it for you.
Why were you Googling that?
Because
Don't say wanking.
No, I wasn't Googling it. It was on Instagram. There's a feature where you can make a story out of a GIF. And I was like, let's see if Helen has a GIF. I don't know why. I should have searched for you as well, Catherine. But it's you saying it's been an absolute blast.
That's so harsh that you haven't even checked if I...
Oh, yeah, my hair's so blonde then.
It really is.
Am I wearing the same dress?
So tan.
You are wearing the exact same dress.
She has one nice thing.
I literally have 4 outfits.
She has one nice
I've worn
thing.
repeat outfits on TV so many times.
That's fine. We're not fucking millionaires. That's fine.
Exactly.
That's fine, and it's sustainable.
I believe in sustainability.
It's
taking a lot of flights at the moment, sure. But
if you search Catherine Bohart, the first thing that comes up is Moira from Schitt's Creek.
Stop. That's amazing.
That's so harsh. Only on your algorithm, though. When I do it, my ex-partner comes up. Woohoo!
I would love to be attached to someone that intent. Or maybe if I typed in my name, maybe Sunil Patel would come up.
Ellen and I are thinking
probably you'd come up for me.
Yeah, I think so. I think so too.
That's cute.
Ellen keeps pitching, or you'll do. Or you'll do too.
What a
You'll do instead.
season that would be. But we're not here to go
We're not
over
here for
our
that.
relationships.
No, we're not.
Because we both have them.
Oh, we do have some AMAs about past relationships, though. Should we avoid them?
Fabulous. No, let's get into it.
Okay,
Well,
do you want to explain what we've done? Because
Okay, sorry.
Oh my
It's
God.
the
No. How have we not managed to
This
figure
is
this
a
out
hellish
yet?
start to the episode. Welcome to episode 100 of the podcast TrustyHogs, where we tell you about our gorgeous lives and we help solve listener problems. More importantly, today we've done 100 episodes. We're going to celebrate. How are we going to celebrate? Well, we've asked all of our patrons and you, our dear listeners, to send us in your questions. We are going to do an Ask Us Anything. We might live to regret it. And I do think we're both allowed, shall I say, we're both allowed one pass for ourselves, and we're both allowed one pass for the other person. And
So
that's
if I
it.
think you shouldn't answer something.
And that's it.
But we don't have to use them. But we only have one each.
But you're allowed one for the other person where you can veto that they're not allowed to say it.
Okay.
And one where you can opt for yourself.
Which means that you cannot have vetoed anything before, Andrew.
All right.
Oh my God.
Okay.
Should we have a coffee before we do this? Because now I'm nervous.
No, you have enough energy. You're grand.
No, I think I need a coffee.
I think you're fine.
Andrew, can I have a coffee?
Andrew's not in charge here.
I'm also.
I knew you were in charge. I fucking knew it. And for all these fucking 100 weeks, you've been like, oh no, Andrew's the producer. But I know you meet up behind my back and you plan these things. I knew you were in charge. You fucking piece of shit.
It's crazy.
Let me into the meetings. Let me into the... I won't do what happened last time. I promise I won't get drunk. Let me into the room.
No.
Is this where you plan like dates for us to do Trusty Hogs Live and stuff?
How do you think those happen?
Well, I don't know.
Oh, and by the way, if you stay tuned to the end of the episode, we have a huge announcement, which Helen might also be finding out about because she never listens in the meetings that she does attend.
Andrew told me.
Then why don't you answer the fucking emails?
There's been emails.
Oh my
Has that
God.
actually? That's ridiculous.
Text messages you don't reply to.
Well, sometimes in the WhatsApp group, because I've got WhatsApp and Signal and a couple of other different like, messaging things for my Pokemon group. Well, I got an email. And I won't respond to it.
Can we?
And then
This is the worst
how it
start
happened.
ever to our
Okay.
episode.
Episode 100, we're best friends.
And we're doing Ask Us Anythings. Off you go, Andrew.
I thought of one more stipulation.
For what?
For
the Ask Us Anything.
Yeah.
Go on.
Maybe we could have an option of like, I'll answer it, but for the patrons.
Yeah, fair,
Okay.
fair.
Like just in case.
Yeah, I like that.
Just in
Okay,
case,
I
because
like
it's
that.
still a smaller community.
Yep.
Where we
Those people pay for our secrets. I get it.
yeah. And sometimes it's like what's comfortable telling a certain number is not comfortable telling another number.
All right, enough stipulations, enough trying to get out of
Okay.
it. Let's have the questions,
fucking
Andrew.
go.
Let's fucking go. How many questions are we talking, Andrew?
There's quite a few.
How many you got?
I've got at least 40.
Fucking hell, let's give it a go.
Some of these will be one-word answers.
Yeah,
Let's
some
go.
of them-
Straight. I'm straight.
Well, that's now I've only got 10.
Great.
We'll start gentle.
We're starting gentle.
God.
Yeah.
Oh, that means it's okay.
It's like a challenge on I'm a Celebrity.
I know. Okay.
They're a mix. They're a mix of like,
No,
what's
don't
your
warn us.
favorite blah blah blah, and like, would you rather's, and then some very deep, intense personal questions.
Okay.
I actually like that mix.
But we'll start with the would you rather.
Please.
If your hands could squirt a different liquid out of each finger, what liquid would you like each finger to squirt?
Coffee, cold iced water, orange juice, Five Alive from the early noughties, which is a drink, orange squash, already diluted, apple and blackcurrant squash, already diluted, red wine, rosé, cider, vodka shots.
Why does it need to be diluted if you have water on one of the fingers?
No, because it's just then I can just go.
I would like them to squirt. These
It's going
two,
to be
these two.
Prosecco and gin and tonic.
No, it's correct. These two fingers, I'd like champagne.
2 fingers for champagne.
Yep. I want to be able to be like giving people glasses as I go.
Oh, that's charming.
Yeah.
It's very nice.
A watery thumb for sure. Don't mind a bit of peach squash diluted.
You do love your
a
Robinson's
little
peach.
bit of peach squash, and then maybe like a Diet Coke or a coffee. Coffee's nice.
Yeah,
Coffee's
I thought
nice.
Diet Coke, but then I thought I'd be
I
on
think
it too
coffee's
much.
nice. My entire left hand, oil. I'm gonna be rich.
That's smart.
Like petroleum oil.
Yeah,
like
I'm gonna
a car.
be fucking loaded. Oil.
That's fantastic.
Oh, can I change one of
Black
mine to oil?
gold, baby.
No, I'm sorry. You have committed
Oil.
now.
I also think I should have a lager for the lads, you know?
Also, sorry to like not help with the environment, but I don't know what liquid is environmentally friendly and Is there a sustainable liquid that provides energy?
Well, I mean, if it's coming from your fingers, surely it is sustainable.
Oh my god, that's good.
Mm.
No, wait, because isn't it the burning of the fossil fuels that's the issue?
Oh,
Also,
yeah.
Catherine would get kidnapped so fast. Like, the person
Oh,
with
yeah.
the unlimited
Oh my
source
god,
of
I'd get
oil.
kidnapped. That's so exciting.
I don't want oil because I'd get kidnapped and that's why I didn't choose it.
Smart.
Oh
That's
my
very
god,
smart.
you're so smart.
I think ahead.
Fuck, I can't believe I have this risk now.
Oh, I'll tell you what I also like. Do you remember when we went to do that podcast for Jamie Lang and we were in his offices and we went a bit mad stealing?
That was really good, by
Oh,
the way.
God.
I enjoyed
Is
that.
it out?
Yeah.
Is it? Nobody told us.
Did you not? Oh, really? It's called Write Me Dirty. There's an
didn't get
episode
any
with Helen
assets
and
to share.
Catherine, and they write fanfic about each other.
Why did they not release our clips?
Why do they not?
How
I
minging
found
did
out
we look?
from the TrustyHogs Discord.
We're not on the Discord.
Okay,
And
fascinating.
you never will be.
All right, next question.
Next question.
We should listen to
I'd love this is from Cicada.
Hi, Cicada.
And the last question was from I will find out, but yes.
We just know that we appreciate you.
We do appreciate you, Neve. Yes.
Leave.
Okay, last question was from Neve. Thank you, Neve. This is from
one's
Cicada. Let's go.
I love a Penelope retrospective. Have her readings held true so far this year? Did they resonate the first time? Penelope is, of course, our resident psychic.
No, Cicada, they did not ring true. I am not doing well financially. As you know from last week's episode, if you're a Patreon, I've been spending a lot of money on congestion charge fines.
I wouldn't say that anything too specific has happened. However, the information to follow me and my intuition and to not allow other people's opinions in, I think it was like the right thing to say at the right time in my life. I think it's so easy to allow other people's opinions, or you should do this, you should do that. And it's like, sometimes I don't realize that, like, I can say, like, no, I don't want, that doesn't make me comfortable. I don't want to do that. Or like, and it's like following intuition to be like, we've spoken about so many times on the podcast, but when you're a freelancer, particularly, you're like, if I don't take every opportunity, then I don't want it bad enough, then I won't earn money, then I won't be able to do this as a job. And I've definitely been able to recently be a bit more like, no, that's not right for me. I don't need to do that.
Yeah.
That won't make a massive difference to me if I do it or not, but it will take a toll on mental health if I take another 5 nights out the flat.
Good.
And I think that's really resonated true. And everything else she says. I don't remember it all right now.
So it's a no from me and a yes from Helen. So in other words, exactly where you expected, Cicada.
Your intuition did also put 4 pessary tablets down your gullet. But, sorry, Helen.
That wasn't my intuition. That was my dyslexia. That's a learning difference.
Did she predict that you were?
I have a learning difference.
Did she predict that you were going to wet yourself naked in a stairwell?
You know what? We
Next
could pick
question,
this apart
Andrew.
forever. But also, she saw into my soul and she told me what I needed to know at the time. If she'd have told me when you go to Australia, you'll get locked out of your room naked pissing yourself, I might not have gone.
She did also predict that my girlfriend is not the one for me, and I like her, so she's wrong.
What, do you want a question about your girlfriend?
We'll see.
Oh my God, a question about my girlfriend.
Yes.
I don't.
Oh my God, Catherine hates talking about Ellen. No, not a question
Well,
about
let's see what
Ellen.
the question is.
This is from Josephine. Actually, another
Hi,
person also asked the
Josephine.
same question. Given it's worked out and they've been together for a year, could Catherine tell us how she met Ellen and got together with her? We've got clues and such from the podcast extras and also from Nish Kumar Live. But, like, how did they get locked in a room before Catherine's show, etc.?
Okay.
Have we never told this on the podcast?
No, okay, let me get into
How
it.
funny.
So basically, so I knew of their double act, Brittany. And I knew Charlie, who's the other member of it, who's been on our podcast, a little bit. And I thought Ellen was cute, but didn't know if she was queer or if she would fancy me, obviously.
Didn't know if she was
She had a bob when I last saw her.
Yeah, but like...
Now, obviously,
Okay,
yeah.
the bob's been gone for ages, but like,
Then
even with the bob, like...
So I was like, I'm just going to convince 2 of my friends to come and see their show. And the premise of the show was, does anyone fancy us? Which of us do you fancy? So I was like, I'm going to let Ellen know I fancy her. How do I do that? So I messaged Charlie and was like, can I get you guys a drink? What a great show. Charlie didn't reply. And then hours later was like, sorry, we were playing cards in the meadows. And I was like, well, there's an absolute shutdown if ever there was when we were playing cards. I was like, fine, that's cool.
But they genuinely were.
Of course they were. They fucking love cards. That and Monopoly Deal, I can't.
Monopoly Deal is such a good game.
It's all they do. You guys should.
I
really
will
hang
come
out
over.
more.
I've only played it in German, but I'd be up for
You
it.
guys
What's
should hang out
Monopoly
more.
Deal?
It's just a card game of Monopoly where you collect like, but it's like there's no board. It's incredible.
It's so boring. Anyway, my mom was playing cards, so Ellen and her play for hours. But the point is that we then I went out. I'd like had a breakup before Edinburgh and was feeling quite down. And then I met up with, like really near the end, I met up with Shelf. We know him and we love him. And I was like, no one's flirting with me. No one fancies me.
Even though a lot of people thought Catherine was still in a relationship, so they wouldn't have. But they
And
wanted
then they were like, have you tried going out? And I was like, no. And then I was like, fuck off, guys. I'm not doing that. I'm lame.
You were doing a lot of going out at 10 in the morning and buying a plant or a cat.
The next morning, I was doing my mental health gay thing. The next morning, I have a story about that as well, which is that based on my Instagram, Ellen thought I was in a relationship and thought I was, in her words, a mental health gay. And Georgie had a t-shirt, when she heard this for my birthday, had a t-shirt embroidered for me that says mental health gay. But anyway, so then I went to my director, Charlie Dinkin. We know her, we love her.
Friend of the pod.
And I was like, oh God. Every single morning in Edinburgh, I was doing my show. And then the next morning I was talking to her about how it gone. And then she was like, hey, I told her the story. And she was like, yeah, the thing is, it's like 20 days into the run. There's really nothing to do with the show now. I have to say that I agree with your friends. That maybe, like when your director's like, maybe you should try going out one time. Because you seem boring. And
No, your show was a lot earlier in the day than other people's as well. But it was like you were also at my show for the end of it every single day.
yeah. And then
Do you want a coffee?
Do you want a coffee? And then I'm nice to you. Anyway, then the point is, I went on a night out and nobody hit on me, and I was like not feeling it, and I was about to go home, and just as I was leaving, Ellen walked in, and I was like, maybe I'll just stay for one more drink. So I bought her a drink, and then we flirted, I thought, for like 2 hours, and then her friend was like, what's going on here? And Ellen was like, we're fighting. And I was like, we're not fighting, we're flirting. Ellen just hasn't noticed yet. And then she was like, how about because we flirt in different ways. And then we went home together. And then the next morning when I came in, Georgie's mom, who I stay with in Edinburgh, was like, thank God you were going to bed earlier than I am. Does that answer your question?
How did you get locked in the flat?
Oh, yeah. And then one morning we
This was great.
were in, and Georgie's mum went out, and she went out for the day. Usually I'd be gone by then from my show, because I usually used to walk in, but I wasn't, so she locked the front door. We went down and we were really cutting a fine. Like I had to get an Uber to my gig. Like I was like already cutting a fine. So
why
bad.
leave bed, you know?
Well, when there's a hot lady there, it's hard. And then,
Oh, so you did lose your virginity that summer?
yeah,
Oh, my
sorry.
goodness.
Oh, what a
my
whore.
goodness.
No, we were just kissing. And
Yeah, of course.
I'll be fully clothed.
You're just kissing
And-
in the courtyard. You're doing a lot more when you're in private.
oh, shut up. And then we were like, fuck. So then we had to climb out the window.
Yeah.
The end. Does that do?
They were already together when Catherine didn't. I feel like maybe now we made it sound in the podcast that you locked yourself in a room with Ellen to be like, do you fancy me?
Oh my God, no, Jesus.
They were
what?
already frotting themselves senseless.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Next
Frotting
question.
themselves senseless.
Well, this seems like quite a relevant next question from Charlotte
Hi, Charlotte.
for Helen.
For Helen.
If Helen did finally decide to not be the straightest woman in comedy,
Thank you.
This is such a good question. I'm already hyped. You have to answer it.
which famous bi or lesbian comedian would she want to go for?
Oh my God.
That's
so
such
many.
a good question.
Oh my God, there's so many really fit ones.
Yeah, but you have to choose one. Take your time. That's such a good question. Can I list some options at you?
No, because then I feel like we're listing and I'll be saying no, but it will sound nasty, but it's
okay,
not.
yeah,
Do you know what I mean?
yeah,
I feel like
yeah.
I just need to pick
Yeah,
the one. Okay, I'm just going to do a scenario in my head. Okay, it's late at night. I'm at a gig. We're doing the gig together. They're backstage. Obviously, just to be clear, Catherine Bohart is not an option in this, and neither is Ellen.
Oh, Ellen is.
No, Ellen can't be an option in this.
She is.
Then I'd probably frot Ellen. No.
Woohoo!
Honestly,
I'm
me and Olga
flattered.
Koch would have the ride of all time.
Do you think
We'd
Olga?
have such a great ride. Me and Chloe would argue too much. I know Olga's got the energy. I'm going to go for Koch.
Of course,
Wow.
the most straight woman choice of the bisexual.
I'm going for Koch.
She's going for cock. Are you? That's the
I'm going for cock.
straightest answer you could have given.
I'm going for Koch.
That's very funny. She's still the straightest woman in comedy.
That's so hot.
No. Could you imagine?
It's just such a straight answer. That's so.
I don't think
funny.
Olga Koch is a straight answer. I think it's just like
The word cock is a straight answer.
her
Helen.
energy.
Helen, do you get the joke?
I do, but fair, fine.
Um,
But just know that I would have a good go on most of the girls. Carry on.
Funny.
Are you picturing this like backstage at the Comedy Store?
No.
No, me neither.
it's quite a tight space.
Not really. Not when there's no other comedians
I'm
there going.
picturing
It's
it
not
on
the same as it
stage
used
at
to
the
be.
Comedy Store.
On stage.
Yeah.
They £25 is not enough.
No, I agree.
You got to pay a lot more for that.
All right, Andrew, next question. Fabulous question, whoever that
Very
who's
good.
that
Charlotte,
from?
that was Charlotte.
Thank
fair
you,
fuck,
Charlotte. What's the surname of Charlotte?
I don't know. I've not taken surnames.
Damn it.
What careers would you have if not comedy? This is from Yaz. What careers would you have if not comedy?
Midwife.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's nice. I really like that for you. I think you'd be brilliant at it. Fuck.
You really don't know? Librarian? In like one of those really fancy libraries?
No, I think probably.
Motivational speaker?
Fuck, no,
Mental
I think
health
I'd be
nurse?
So shit, I think I'd be like.
No, you'd be good at everything you do.
No, I think I'd be like a teacher,
Yeah.
which I'd be bad at.
No!
Or-
I think you'd be a bad teacher.
I think I would be very moody, and I don't think that's fair to children.
Okay, I'd also like to work in a craft shop specialising in doll houses.
Might actually, ideally, pastry chef.
Really?
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
And I'd also like to become one of the, like, new Brendan from Coach Trip. Yeah, like that.
Okay.
Like a tour guide, a Coach Trip tour guide for like Americans coming over and being like, this is Stonehenge.
I like that.
I can see that for you.
Nice.
Thank you, everyone.
Who? Oh, We've got Shag, Marry, Kill.
Fuck.
Helen, Andrew, Catherine, and Chloe Pets. Obviously, take yourself out of each equation.
Okay.
Okay. All right, I'm ready.
Wow, that was quick. Go on then, Catherine. Shag, Marry, Kill. Me, Helen, Chloe Pets.
Shag Chloe Pets, because she's the only one of you who knows what they're doing with me. And
I've masturbated. I know what I'm doing as well with you.
no, Shag Chloe Pets. Sorry, Em. Sorry, Andrew. Peace be with you. I'm gonna have to kill you, and I'll tell you for why. It's as shocking to me as it is to you, because I think that I want to be the most ept one in my relationship, and we are the same part to a marriage.
Wait, what's
I
ept?
see. Like
You're
the opposite
inept.
of inept.
Oh, that was unkind.
I just think that if
That
you
was
and
unkind.
to be clear, I think we'd have the happier marriage. But I think that I
dear.
have a savior complex.
Fair.
And I also think that realistically, we're the same guy, and each marriage needs one of us. I think that's my opinion.
No, I can see that. I can see that.
Okay. So yeah, I'm marrying Helen, I guess.
Okay.
Sorry, Andrew.
It's
I'd
okay, I
fuck
understand.
Andrew because I imagine the soundtrack would be so theatrical, and I've never done it to Phantom of the Opera, but it's sort of been a dream of mine.
Oh my god, I
And
love that.
like, I think we'd have a wonderful night. Like, it'd be
Yeah.
fun. Neither of us would feel good.
No,
but
but-
we'd have like we'd make a play of it. It'd be role play, and it'd be joyful.
Helen could roleplay as a big man. That'd be kind of
Pet
sexy.
into
does
that.
piss me off sometimes, but so do you. Oh God, you're both quite frustrating, but also lovely ladies.
Tough with friends. This is a tough game.
I will kill.
Harsh game, man.
I think I'll kill Catherine. Yes, I'll kill Catherine. I'll marry Chloe. Yes, but in a nice way. I'll kill her in a nice way. Like, she won't see it coming. Just a bullet in the back of the head. She won't
That's
even know
nice,
it.
that's
Like,
nice.
like
Why-
a cow. Stunner.
Why are you marrying pets?
Um,
She wants such a. She's
maybe like 10 minutes more patience than you in general situations. Also, with love, like a slightly slower walking pace. Like, still fast, but not quite as fast as you. I feel a lot of the time.
She's got such long legs.
No, I feel a lot of the time when we're walking on the street, I'm like having to, like, I feel like a naughty child who's like going to lose their mummy. Because you weave and I'm too big to weave. I can't weave because it's so obvious if I
Why
nudge
have you never
someone.
said this? I could have adjusted.
I have said so many times, and you go, keep up. Come on,
Have
Helen.
you?
Yes.
But aren't you usually like eating something or smoking, and that's why you can't keep up?
We have to adapt because we're married. We must.
Okay.
I'm not always eating walking down the
Or
street.
smoking, I said.
Always eating. No,
Or
I smoke
smoking.
standing still. I don't walk and smoke. I think
Fine.
that's gauche. I think it's gauche to do that. No, Catherine, I'm sorry. I think if
I'm
we
dead.
fucked,
I
it
get
would be
it.
a tutorial or like a lesson, and that's not necessarily fun.
I think it would be like a medical.
And I think if we got
I'd
married,
be like, what's that? You've got to get that treated. You need to get that. That needs the tweezers. That needs a cream.
I did tweeze it the other day. Yeah, it's still a cyst, but the hair's out the top.
Andrew?
I'd probably go the same as Helen. Shag Helen for the sort of experience of it all.
Yeah.
I think especially because neither of us, our hearts won't be in it sexually. Our parts won't be in it sexually.
Yeah.
So I feel like we will put a lot into the ambiance.
Oh, the mise en
come on,
scène.
Christine
Exactly.
and Christine
That's
Daae
it.
and the Phantom,
J'adore.
like doing the whole. Yeah.
I love that for
We
you
could
guys.
pick a different like sort of musical theatre partnership for each act of the.
like a West Side Story moment.
Yeah, lovely.
I think we'd have a nice night for something that would be tricky for us. Yeah.
And to marry?
I think similar logic about the.
Someone has to marry Catherine or she'll die.
No, it's okay. Let's ask Pets.
I'm about to
Yeah,
say
I
that.
will say.
It's okay. Let's ask Pets.
I will ask Chloe to voice note in her opinion here as well.
We'll ask her now.
Yeah, that's fabulous. I think I would marry Chloe.
I get it.
I
I
think
really get it.
I think if I wanted to watch the football, you would send me down the pub. I feel like I wouldn't be allowed to watch it in the lounge.
Oh my God, you're so right because it's the good room.
It's the nice
You're
room.
dead right. You wouldn't be allowed in there at all, to be honest with you, Andrew.
Yeah, so I think for the pure sort of continuation of my current life,
the
I
horrible
would go
game.
for Chloe.
Okay, I'll
And
marry
I
Catherine.
I think I'd be very happy
No,
and at peace and like what's the word? I wouldn't have to worry. I'd worry for naught marrying you, Catherine.
Yeah.
But I think maybe I need a little bit of worry.
I'd worry all the time marrying Catherine.
I'd make you eat less bait. And you'd hate that.
That's going to be a problem. Yeah.
Yeah, you'd hate it. I'd be like trying to diversify your
I wouldn't be able to
intake.
go to the toilet. I wouldn't be able to like.
be able to go to the
eat
toilet?
without a plate. I wouldn't be able.
You'd
to.
have quit smoking within 6 months.
That
you'd
is
hate
actually
it.
that's good. No, that's tempting for
You'd
me. I
hate
do
it.
want to quit smoking. So that then tempts me to you. But I also think Chloe can bring that energy too at a
I
slightly
agree.
slower pace.
Yeah.
Chloe Pets is free right now.
Let's have it.
Chloe Pets.
Yes.
Okay, hello. You might recognise my voice. This is Chris Tarrant from Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. We have Andrew right here. We are doing the 100th episode of TrustyHogs, and we're doing an Ask Me Anything. Here is the question for Chloe Pets. You have 30 seconds to answer. Andrew, the next voice you hear is your friend Andrew.
Hi, Chloe. I'm so sorry that I've been made to ask you this, but the question is: Shag, marry, kill, me, Helen, Catherine.
Easy. Shag Catherine, marry Andrew, kill Helen. Bye.
Bye-bye. Fuck you. And I've hung up. That was insane.
I absolutely love that the two actual queer women were like, I'll be taking the pro, please. One pro, please.
Is Andrew the only one that didn't get killed?
No,
Like, you
Catherine killed me.
Andrew.
Chloe didn't
Oh.
get killed.
Chloe didn't get killed. I nearly killed Chloe.
Yeah. Wow.
But you know what? I'd like to change my answer. Good luck getting off that cliff without my help, Chloe. chuck you. I'll chuck you. Dover.
Nice. Well done, everyone. Well done. I can't believe you just hung up on her.
She was being a bitch.
So funny.
Next question, please.
So the Shag, marry, kill. Who are moving away from sexual questions?
But I love you, Catherine.
I love you too, Catherine.
Oh my God, I love you too.
We just don't want to fucking marry you.
Oh, and that's totally fine. And I love you both, but like,
I want to marry Helen, though.
but I don't want to live in the same house as either of you, so it's fine. We got this.
We'd both wear dresses.
I know, it'd be so nice.
Mm-hmm.
I'd get a little Janet cup just to surprise you.
Stop it.
Yeah, I'd take out my bad tip for you on the wedding day just for full circle.
God. And I'd walk down the aisle to the circle of life. From
Which
Lion
is perfect
King.
because that's what I call my. Anyway, let's go, Andrew.
A little ginger stinger.
Nice.
This is from Chloe, and she says, "Who do you get your advice from?" Obviously, we dish out a lot of advice on Trusty Hogs of varying quality, but who do you go for life advice?
I don't take advice very well.
Helen. Annoying.
No.
I do. You know I do.
Yeah, but only like 3 times a year when you're in genuine peril do you come to me.
Yeah, but that's
It's always a teary phone call. It's never just like general day to day.
that's Helen and, well, to be fair, the person I go to probably like most
Georgie.
Yeah, most
Yeah.
consistently is Georgie.
I
guess
have
I
come
come
to
to you
you.
for crisis and I go to Georgie for advice.
I'm
That's
good at
probably-
crisis.
Yeah, that's probably more accurate.
Crisis is where I shine. Day to day, I go to you for like
Yeah.
little things.
Yeah.
You're very good at sort of being like, that's not even worth it being a thing in your head.
Yeah.
I should say Francis and Gwyneth, but I don't know if I do. I'm not very good at taking advice.
I would say neither of us are very good at taking
probably my
advice.
therapist, but even then I'm like, okay, Nicola, we'll see. Like,
Show me your workings, Nicola. Show me your workings.
I just don't take it very. I like to call up friends. Like I'll call Catherine, Gwyneth, Frances, like just for a moan.
Yeah, and I'll call up
For a
you,
whinge.
Georgie, Chloe, to see what you say, and if I agree with any of them, I'll take that advice. And if I don't,
Chloe
I'll go,
just do banter. Sometimes I'll ask my sister for advice if I know it's something I need to get over, because it'll be so brutal. Like I'll be like, oh, I don't know what I should wear to this thing, or like, do you think I should do this gig or this gig? And she'll be like, no one cares, you're such an embarrassment, you're such a fucking loser. And I'm like, thank you so much, love you, and then just hang
Okay,
up.
great to talk,
because it's
bye.
like, at least I know exactly where I stand. She's like, you're just an embarrassment and everyone hates you.
Love that.
Okay, thanks.
Love that.
I'd say get yourself a young, aggressive, autistic woman in your life if you're missing one. Yeah.
Yeah, love that. Who do you go to for comfort? Because when I'm in, like, if I just need someone to, like, to mammy me, but also be, like, sort of fair but very, very kind, I go to Karen.
For comfort, definitely Frances and Gwyneth.
Yeah. That's
Lots of teary, cuddly nights.
Oh.
My friend Alice as well is
Great.
incredibly
Great.
like mother-like, comforting. Also, my mother over the years.
Yeah.
Not as
Oh my
of
God,
late
yes.
while we're working
Yes,
on our
yes, yes.
relationship.
Absolutely,
But
absolutely.
yeah.
Work advice.
Not Sunil Patel or my father. I'll tell you that.
Work advice, Sophie Duker. Very good.
Really? Oh, I
Very
bet.
good. And if I'm cooking anything, it's my mother.
Nice.
And if it's correlated, it's Andrew.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. Well, a little too late for that. but-
Yeah, sorry.
Andrew, next question.
Well, we'll stick with advice, and more specifically from Isabel. What is the best piece of advice and the worst piece of advice you've ever received?
I know my best piece of advice from my mother when I was 6, and I stand by it and remind myself every single day. Never jump in a puddle if you can't remember the last time it's rained. Never. And I do think that just counts for everyone.
Oh my God, that's so
Because she was like,
funny.
I'm just sick of these fucking kids I've got
That's
jumping in these piss
so
puddles.
funny.
So that's just for everyone.
That's so funny.
Best piece of advice, that's that. Worst piece of advice. Oh, God. Oh, this one still bothers me, even though I know we say it sometimes on the podcast. You're so young, you've got ages, you've got your whole life ahead of you. I remember being 13 hearing that, 14, 15, all the way up until now, people still say you're so young. And I'm like, I don't have that energy. I've got the go, go, go energy. I've got the Vienna by Billy Joel song energy of like,
Yes,
slow down,
yes.
you crazy child. Like, keep going, keep going. And I really hate when people go like, you've got ages. And it's like, you don't know that.
Yeah, fuck you.
Like,
Yeah.
but we still say it on this every now and again.
We literally
Yeah.
said it last week.
But I think that was more, that last time was about like how it wasn't weird to have not done this thing by a certain age. Not that you shouldn't want it, but that it's not
That's
weird to have done it by then.
But the slow down thing, like I think all three of us have like run at life very fast, which I think is amazing and a great thing. And when you're told to slow down, it has a similar effect on me as when people say calm down, which is like inherently just like, you're telling me to change who I am.
And also like our expectations for our life and ourselves can be different.
So everyone always says like, slow down, you're not in a rush. It's like, well,
I fucking am.
look at you. Look at you.
I fucking am.
I don't want to work in sewage with my dad. You know, like that's just, I don't want it. I don't want it.
Best and worst advice. I guess all worst advice I've ever received has been to do with like diet advice. Diet culture is fucked. Listen to Maintenance Phase. And the best advice I ever received is that, oh God, it's so cliche.
Go on. Follow your heart, because I swear to God, I'll chuck you out
but
this
like
room.
my dad's always like, you never know what somebody has going on at home. It's like his go-to
Yes.
phrase. You never know. And I think that it's a lesson I've had to learn 1,000 times. 1,000 times. I'll be like, what the fuck is that? Like, and Ellen always says to me, because I'll like come in fuming, and she'll be like, yes, that person exists to be, they're motivated to be a villain. And then I'll be like, okay, well maybe they're actually trying to be
But
bad.
there are some villains out there.
But like my point is that like, yeah, I think I often forget that like everyone has something going on. Often it's people you don't know very well. Often it's things you don't know anything about or won't know anything about forever or for a long time. People have shit going on.
Hello, it's Helen Bauer plugging my tour. What are you doing, Helen? I'm plugging my tour. My new show, Grand Supreme Darling Princess, is on tour at this very moment. I'm in Paris this weekend. I'm in Harlem this weekend. And then I'm going to Poole. I've got a week at London, at the Soho Theatre, from the 25th to the 30th. I'm Brighton, Maidenhead, Manchester, Winchester, Belfast, Cork, Dublin, Leeds, Nottingham. I'm everywhere. I am everywhere. Go onto my website, helenbauer.co.uk, and please book tickets and bring the coolest people and ideally Disney fans because it makes such a difference. Love you so much.
We will go to Sadie.
Hello, Sadie. Who I think we know who that is.
This is our producer,
How
Sadie
many
Cashmore.
Sadies are there? Hi, Sadie.
Not really a question, but what would be everyone's roses and thorns of the last 100 shows?
Oh my god, a
rose and
great
single
question.
thorn.
Oh, I know what my
a great
thorn is.
question. I know what my thorn and my rose are.
I don't know what my rose
Fabulous.
is. Go on, you go first.
Okay. My rose is how incredibly successful it's become. I genuinely feel like the amount of support we've had is so... It's really hard to know if you're doing anything right sometimes, and the joy of the podcast has been like watching the numbers go up on Patreon, watching the numbers go up on listenership, watching you guys come to our shows, meeting you after shows. That has been like... I don't think I've had that from anything else, any other job I've done in this field, where it's like really rewarding. Like, yeah, it's just sort of immediately like, I feel like we built a community of people who also matter to each other, and like the fact that when people do come up to us afterwards, it's usually to say like, oh, I look forward to that morning because it gets me to work, or because it gets me to...
We have such different interactions, so that's so nice.
Yeah. Well, yeah, and so it's really nice. And that would be my rose. And my thorn... if I'm honest, is the level of detail I now know about your body.
If that was your thorn, then how come there's so many follow-ups post-records?
What do you
How
mean?
are you feeling now? Is that okay?
Yeah, you've made me
Is
feel
that-
utterly responsible for you.
Unbelievable. Okay, my thorn, I'll do in Patreon.
No, really?
That's fair. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fascinated. Note,
What about
please,
your
Andrew.
rose, though?
My rose.
What intrigue. Now even I want to hear the Patreon. By that I mean be there, because I will be, I guess.
I want to say... I mean, it is what Catherine just said, but I feel like I should have something more
Get
specific
your own
than that.
one.
Yeah, I should have my own one. It's just... I love that we've done it and kept it going. And I like that we've become even closer and stronger as a team as it's gone on. I don't know if everyone's aware of this, but like there's so many times people do podcasts and it's sort of like their friendship sort of goes, or like
That's actually
it becomes
so true.
like
It
a
hasn't
business,
drained us.
but not something where we get to have fun together.
Oh, that's
And
so
I love
nice.
that we've managed to do it.
That's actually so true. There was a day last week we hadn't seen Em in ages, and she was able to come, and we were all losing our minds. We were like, the whole gang! Like, yeah, that's
so
really special.
nice.
Yeah, you're right. That's so nice.
Obviously,
Yeah,
meeting
that's
the
really
hogs
good.
and like seeing people come to stuff.
Aw, that's so nice.
Yeah, I don't know. Just the whole thing.
Andrew?
I mean, my rose, I echo obviously both your roses.
But your
I think-
actual rose?
No, I think we'll change it for variety, but that would probably be my rose is
Okay.
keeping going and everything. I think for me personally, having the hogs support my staff, comment
Yeah.
on TikToks and come to shows and stuff is really cool. Because I don't have any like TV profile or anything. I don't really have like a massive fan base, and I think it's been quite a large injection of TrustyHogs people who have come over to watch my content, and
Because they
that's been
love
very
you.
nice. Yeah, so
Nice.
I really like that. My thorn.
Okay, I've got a thorn. I'll say now. The time that Andrew and Catherine got free tickets to the Lion King and went without me.
Oh, sorry. Thank you so
Wow.
much to Georgie. Our listener, Georgie, thank you so much.
That really just came in. You were like, boom.
Feel free to send more, Georgie. I'm back now.
My thorn probably would be like the very early days when we were like trying to turn it over for like the next day, and I was up at like 2 a.m. editing and stuff. And also, we weren't even making money back then, so it was, just like, it was a lot of work and traveling into London.
Yeah.
But it's been well worth it. So a thorn I was very willing to suffer.
Woohoo!
And you did suffer. We were so bad then. Our records were so long.
It was
and
stressful.
we had no
It
idea
was so
what we
stressful.
should share and what we shouldn't share. And now we don't even think.
Now we don't even care.
we don't
Now we're
fucking
like,
care.
here we fucking are, bitches.
But at the beginning, finding out like where our line was with our personal life and people in our lives. Yeah.
Andrew, next question. These are
Next
great questions.
question.
I'm having such a lovely time.
I'm not. I feel so emotional right now.
Oh, baby.
I could cry. Could you
Okay.
not cry? I'm so proud of us.
Oh, that's nice. Yeah, when you put it like that, yeah, I'm really proud of us. I'm really proud of
Yeah.
us that this kind of got built out of a bad, shitty thing. Like, we started Gigless during lockdown.
Yeah.
I think the fact that it's been like, I also don't think we would have started the podcast without there was a confidence in us all, I think, after Gigless, that there were some people who would listen and some people who thought we were a good little group.
And I said no
Yeah.
to doing it for a couple of weeks because I thought me and Rosie Jones were doing another season because we didn't know whether we got another season of Daddy Look at Me before
Yeah.
our studio closed
Yeah.
down as well. And it's like how easily it could have just been like, I didn't do it.
I know.
And not only did we know that people would support us because they've been so lovely during Gigless, I don't know if you remember, we had people signing up to the Patreon before we'd released the single
I remember
episode.
that.
Right.
remember us looking
I
at it and
love
being
you
like,
all.
fuck off.
Oh, okay, you're gonna make me teary now. Next, Andrew.
Let's absolutely wreck the emotional vibe in the room.
If anyone else is feeling emotional, do not go onto Instagram and type in Highland Cow Babies.
I have a question. Here's the one that'll break the that I've always wanted to ask you, Helen. You know your bit on stage about your dad waffle stomping his shit down the shower. How did you know about it? Did he actually tell people?
That's the anecdote, yeah. That's his favourite anecdote.
The
about himself.
anecdote.
He tells it
That's the
himself.
bit. That's my bit of material about it. Is that he is so proud of the time he was an engineer.
Next. Now I feel too sick. Actually, went too far the other way.
He's my hero.
Okay, maybe I won't
My daddy, my hero.
ask. I won't ask that one next. Would love to know how Catherine does such a perfect red lip. From Holly.
Okay, thank you for the question.
Okay, but I want a question similar to that.
Okay, here we go. Powder on your lips. You're like translucent powder. You're setting powder first. Then, at the end, even when you've got done your lip, is an important
Okay,
key.
calm down. You've got so overexcited because this question was clearly a compliment from a woman, and you've
Okay.
immediately freaked out.
Okay,
You're sitting down in front of your mirror. Start again.
I get my MAC pencil liner. I sharpen it. The narrower the line, the better. I draw my line, and then I fill it in with on my lip. Once it's perfect, then I fill it in with a pencil as well because that's gonna give you a longer lasting lip. Then I do MAC Habanero as my lipstick color. Then I put translucent powder, setting powder over it, and I will sometimes, if I put on too much, if I think this is gonna smudge, I will blot it with a tissue. But I don't do that thing where people go on the thing. I just hold the tissue to my lips.
And I pick at a scab, wait for a bit of blood to come out, and rub it on my lips and go, and I'm ready for a night out on the town.
I'll often
Next question.
use the same lipstick colour. I'll just dab some of it on my finger and put it on my cheeks because then you get the same blush and same lip. It is sweet.
And for more feminist advice, please
Fuck
write
off.
into... No, sorry. Andrew,
Yeah.
that's the clip.
Thanks for the question.
Love the podcast. This is from Jay.
Hi, Jay.
I want to know everybody's celebrity crush, and more importantly, if that crush said they were up for it, would you ditch a current partner to go with them instead?
Are we assuming then that my current partner is Sunil Patel on my fingers? Is it Patel or Fingies? Patel or Fingies?
Patel.
Patel. Okay, I'll ditch Sunil for anything. Jesus Christ. Okay. Oh my God. I've always got a James McAvoy thing going on. That's just like general in the back of my head. Jeremy Clarkson, just height. I don't know why. I'm not okay with it either. Oh my God.
Do you know the story of Jeremy Clarkson, by the way? Why he became a media mogul?
No.
His parents were like, to make a bit of extra money, started like selling stuffed Paddington Bears. And then the guy who actually owns the Paddington Bears intellectual property was like, you can't do that. They met them in London to like sue them basically and start litigation. But then Jeremy Clarkson's dad met the guy in the lift just by chance. They hit it off. So the guy was like, okay, you can have the licensing rights for Paddington Bear stuffed toys. They then have the made so much money to send their son to public school, and that son became Jeremy Clarkson. Isn't that crazy?
Be nice to people in lifts. You never know what
You
people
never
have
know
going
who you're
on
in a
at
lift
home.
with. I've got the Jason Momoa thing, but who fucking doesn't?
Right.
I've also got the Idris Elba thing, but who fucking doesn't?
Wow.
Just one.
Can you imagine it?
Stop making us don't make yourself calm, please.
I'm turning
Ellen.
myself on.
No,
Father Hoggett from Babe. There, I've said it.
Are you serious?
He's kind.
That's your choice?
He's strong. He's mature.
Wow.
Next question. H from Steps. He's also very cute.
Huh. God, I'm really panicking and I'm not sure. There's so many good choices.
Yeah, there are. In the whole world.
While you're thinking, I would say I would normally say Troye Sivan for this question.
Oh, yeah.
He's hot, but he's in Australia. It's going to be very hard for you to meet.
Yeah, it will be hard for us to meet. Also, there's been different eras of Troy in how he presents, and I've not been attracted to all of them.
Okay.
But on the whole, Troye Sivan would be my celebrity crush. I would not leave Reese for him, though. No.
That's so sweet.
Yeah.
You wouldn't.
No.
Okay, look, I'm going to choose...
Oh, Maui from Moana.
right.
That level of big lad,
Right.
if we're doing cartoony sort of vibes.
We're not.
Okay.
Kate Blanchett and Ellen would be offended if I didn't.
Fair.
And Kate Blanchett is fucking hot, like from Notes on a Scandal when she slept with a teenager.
No, like, although thank you for comparing me to a teenager. No.
You're welcome.
From Carol.
While we are also turned on, well, mainly Helen, there's an early episode reference to the scene in Friends. Apparently, early in the Trusty Hogs episodes,
Right.
we referenced the 7 erogenous zones.
Yes! Yes, I remember this. The seven.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where Monica's showing Chandler the erogenous zones. Can you please teach us what they are? It's confused me from years. That's from Jessica.
I think I was asking as well. Okay. Clit, tit, nipples, ear, neck. This is what I'm saying. I don't know. Asshole? Is asshole? That doesn't turn me on at all.
Mouse?
Is mouth an erogenous zone?
Oh yes, hang on. I've got yes, lips.
Lips.
Penis?
No, I think they're all based around a
this
female.
Is for women, yeah.
Oh, sorry. Well, you can
The
say
clit
penis
and the G-spot. Oh yeah, of course. And anyone can have a penis. The G-spot and the clit are the same thing.
back of knee or something. Is there like a knee one, a leg one, ass?
Well, according to Monica,
Okay.
it's ears, lips, neck, breast, butt, inner thighs, and vagina.
Inner thighs.
thighs.
Yeah, that actually is that's an erogenous zone.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, there you go.
Interesting.
Yes,
That
we can
actually makes
teach you.
sense.
There you go.
There you go. You're welcome.
You're welcome.
You're welcome, Jessica.
Oh my god, I haven't had someone I really fancy like having their hand on my
Thank you.
leg for so long.
Yeah, nice.
Oh, it's so
Oh,
hot.
it's nice. Yeah, it's nice.
Um,
Yeah, it's really nice. Can you stop turning us all on? Andrew, next.
I'm emotional and now horny. This is a terrible mix.
Right, well, let's try turn you off.
Please.
Would you rather
please.
perform on stage naked or evidently shit yourself on stage? This is from Linsey.
You know that the naked one is like a viable option. I've been
Yeah,
asked
it
to do
is.
that gig. They
me
do it
too.
in Leicester Comedy Festival. They definitely do it in Edinburgh. And it's like naked comedy and comedians perform naked.
So would you rather do that gig or have a gig where you have evidently shit yourself on stage?
I mean, both would be quite funny. I mean, I'd do naked because I think you'd be one of many who've done that, whereas how many people have actually shit themselves on stage? I remember when Hugh pissed himself on stage.
What?
He like sat down behind the keyboard and he hadn't finished weeing in the urinal. And then obviously when he sat down and started playing his music, like the rest of the wee released from him, and then we had to stand up to leave the stage. This is back in the day when he used to sit down with the keyboard and he was like, I'm gonna have to level with you guys, I've wet myself before he stood up.
Oh,
But weeing and shitting is so different.
God. I'm really struggling to choose.
I mean, naked is
I'd go
fun.
naked, yeah.
Yeah.
The thing is, it would maybe be funny about the poo thing, but you can't really take back that all those people have seen you naked. I don't want them to see me naked. I think I'd have a really hard time being naked in front of that many people.
But you'd find pooing yourself.
No, not ideal, but I assume that that would be against my will, sort of.
Let's say it's a wet poo.
Oh.
Christ.
In a skirt with no, like just...
Naked.
Yeah.
There we go.
And you have to stay
Naked,
on
I
stage
said
after the
naked.
MC's left to
But
clean up.
I don't want to do
'cause
either.
the next act's going on.
But I don't want to do naked.
No, I don't want to either.
This is from Catriona.
Hi, Catriona.
Do you mean Katrina?
Yeah, it's definitely Katrina.
Catriona.
Katrina.
Is that Katrina?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I love Catriona. It's just sort of
Yeah,
like a
she's
fanciness.
fun. Nice girl.
I also
Wow.
read it out loud as Catriona in my head.
Okay, I just said, I've never seen them before. Somebody has sent us, she has sent us, sorry, not somebody, some wine glasses, which
What?
is very sweet. They've not arrived yet.
Woohoo, thank
But
you.
they will be coming here to the
For
studio.
Helen or for Catherine?
For both of you.
For my
And
new
Andrew.
house. For my new house.
Perfect for your new house, yeah. And I assume there'll be some for me as
Me
well.
and Snail don't have any wine
Crazy
glasses.
assumption.
We use mugs. We use mugs.
Oh, God. Okay,
You
go
use
on.
mugs for wine?
Yeah.
She sent
Okay.
us wine glasses. Thank
Actually,
you so much.
if there's not one for me, I think I should have it instead of Helen.
She sent them for us. We'll see. We'll see what comes.
Thank you, Katrina.
Thank you, Margaret.
I met Helen after the Oslo show.
Stop it.
My partner was the lucky man to have Look at me!
Oh my God, I remember her. She was in the front row.
Yeah.
Yes. If anyone hasn't seen the show, I do pick one man at the beginning of the show.
And
Yes.
scream Look at me in his face periodically for an hour.
He was being disrespectful, her partner, and we did speak about it afterwards.
That's why she sent apology glasses.
She must.
Which did make me wonder if Helen managed to achieve a full female audience.
Which is my dream.
Who's being
I think we spoke
screamed
about
at.
it.
Who's being screamed at? God, this woman's great with
I
the
actually
questions.
know this because I have had this problem before.
Basic bitch.
My main, like, if we're taking men out of the equation, the audience members I struggle with the most are girls who find something funny you say, even if it is like a bit disgusting or a bit embarrassing, to maybe laugh because it's a recognition of a truth. And instead of laughing, they go to their boyfriend like, ugh. Like they
Well,
look at
there's
their boyfriend
no boyfriend
like
in the
she's
room, so you won't
disgusting.
be able to tell.
Oh my God, yes. Okay, then the girls that do that to each other, like she's, do you know what I mean? Or the ones that go, like they're babies and they can't laugh out loud and they've got to cover their face. And I'm sure it's society that's taught them they have to do that. But laugh openly and don't roll your eyes at other women or people. Like it's just because people have taught us that we can not say what we think or be
So
open.
basically, whoever makes you feel remotely threatened.
Yeah, and I will fucking ruin you.
Yeah, next.
Yeah, this is from Maddie. I think this is a great question.
Hi, Maddie.
If you could remake a classic movie but cast Hogs, i.e. ourselves and previous guests, what film?
We didn't assume they meant pigs, actually.
What film and who?
Okay, I know this one already. So
Yeah.
the 1990s Danny DeVito's Matilda, Zinnia Wormwood for me, Mr. Wormwood for Andrew, Matilda Catherine.
Oh,
Love
that'd be good.
that.
Yeah, and then obviously Chloe's Miss Honey.
Love
And you could get Cindy Vita.
Oh my God, reprise the role of Miss Phelps.
Yeah.
Yes.
gorgeous. Thelma and Louise.
Oh no.
Thelma, Louise, Brad Pitt.
So which one of us gets sexually assaulted? I mean, both eventually. but
Which one gets sexually assaulted?
at the beginning?
I don't
Thelma.
know. Hang on.
I'm Susan Sarandon, basically. I don't know which one is Thelma and
Oh,
which one's
I
Louise.
get sexually assaulted. I'm Gina Davis.
Yeah.
Okay, what a fun part for me.
Andrew gets cast as Brad Pitt, though. Pretty exciting.
That's
nice
good.
for
Yeah,
Andrew.
good
It's
for
better
me.
than Danny
Positive.
DeVito, yeah.
True.
Yeah.
I don't know. I quite like us as the Wormwoods. That's quite
Me
fun.
too,
Yeah,
us as
it
Zinnia
is
and
fun.
Harry.
Yeah.
And now you, Andrew.
Oh, I'm not a massive film person. This is a
The
slight
correct
problem.
answer is Little Women.
Right.
And your
Laurie.
Laurie. No, that's not.
Fred Vaughan.
I'd have put him as Meg.
We've talked about our Little Women castings
Meg,
before.
Joe, and I think Beth. I'm only 4. Beth is.
I'm Joe.
I'm Joe, and you're Beth. Because
I'm Joe.
you're always whinging about being sick. You're Beth.
You know what Elle is.
You're
in,
Amy. You are such an Amy.
I just want to refer you to the colouring book, if I can.
You're an Amy.
TrustyHogs colouring book, which is now.
Yeah. Oh, you're ripping out all the. There we go. Okay, we're back. Helen very enthusiastically pulled out all the cables whilst trying to grab a colouring book, but she's got it now.
I don't know my own strength.
And I'm Joe in that picture, my love.
And this is L for Little Women.
If you have a Trusty Hogs colouring book, obviously turn to page L.
Oh, also, please send us some pictures of you colouring it in. We've not seen any yet.
Oh, yeah, that'd be so nice.
Okay, here it is.
But also, to be clear, you're such an Amy and I'm such a Joe.
I am clearly
I'm
a
actually
Joe.
I'm a Joe. You, babe, in
What?
that
Are you kidding? No relationship and then finally gets with a bear and turns down guys that are interested in her. You were constantly
Did
in
you
a
say a bear?
relationship. Friedrich Bear. That's the name of Friedrich, who she ends up with.
My love, I just think that
You're so wrong. No, you're being such a bitch.
Wait, can I just actually tell you the truth? I think I'm Meg and I think you're Amy. And I hate that it's true.
How am I Amy?
Because earlier when you didn't think you got to be the person that you wanted to be, you accidentally ripped out all the cables in a tantrum, a bit like Amy ripping up the book and putting it in the fire. You would totally steal your sister's boyfriend if you liked him most. Who are you calling?
Chloe Pats.
Yeah. I don't think she has this kind of time on her hands. I feel like she'll be busy now, and I hope she is for her sake.
Okay, Chloe Pats is busy.
Can people vote on which sister they think each of us is?
Yeah, please let us know.
Unbelievable.
Would you like it? Wow. Yeah, let's put
Buy
you
the
in a...
Trusty Hogs colouring book.
Yeah, please do. Yeah, limited
they're
stock
awesome.
left.
Still, you know that one.
You want Andrew?
Well, maybe this is the perfect time for this, actually, from E, who would like a 100th episode compliment circle.
Andrew, do you want to start?
Yes. For the all 100 episodes, one from beginning to end, I will base my compliments off of that. And I will say, starting with Helen. Helen, your creativity and passion on Trusty Hogs is amazing. I don't think people appreciate how much you do behind the scenes.
I do work hard behind the scenes.
So
just
hard.
not in the decision making.
So hard. You work really hard on the clips, really hard on all the admin. You're great.
Yeah, I think it's very easy for people to assume that it's all just produced and away from everything, but it's a collaborative effort. We're all in the WhatsApp group making suggestions, and you especially, Helen, are very, very caring of what goes out and what we do to grow this
You're
podcast.
very particular about the standards. I agree.
And
I am. I do. I care that you have good audio quality, everyone.
Indeed.
Yep.
So we both benefit from your standards and your passion and your care for this podcast.
I agree.
Thank you
Can
very
I
much.
also give you a compliment?
Oh my God, yes.
You're the funniest person I know.
You are very, very funny.
I'll take it. Thank you very
Andrew,
much.
you work incredibly hard on this podcast. I don't think we would have ever made it without you. I'm in awe of how much you know about this industry and indeed the tech side of things, which we are clueless on, or certainly I am. And I'm very grateful to you. You worked really, really hard.
Thank you.
Catherine, you always smell nice.
Thank you.
Andrew, you always have an exciting item of clothing on, and I think that's really cool.
Well, thank you.
You're welcome. Done.
I appreciate
I
that.
didn't get mine from Andrew.
I know, sorry, I was just coming around to that. It's true that you do always smell nice. You are the best smelling person in the studio.
Next question, Andrew.
Okay.
No, it's too late.
No,
I smell nice.
you do smell nice.
No,
I just
give
want to
her
echo
another
that.
one, because otherwise it's going to freak out. It's going to freak out. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry, I've never senile too long or refer to women as it. It's going to freak out. It's got itself sad again.
Let's move on.
Catherine,
Okay.
Let's move on.
can I actually say something there,
Sure,
please?
yeah.
I do actually have a genuine compliment.
Oh,
Okay.
Andrew. It's not my fucking hair.
No, I think, Catherine, first of all, on pod, when we are talking, you are always so insightful and interesting and empathetic. I think as much as we have lots of fun and are very silly, and you're very funny as well. I think the heart you bring to this show and the heart that you bring out of Helen is because I know she can be want to cover everything with jokes.
Catherine does soften me.
And Catherine, you make us all much more human and in touch with ourselves. And I hope that comes across to the listener. And also behind the scenes, you are so professional and on it. You really care about both me and Helen, not just in the podcast, but you're always looking out for our opportunities
Our
and
actual careers.
yeah. You
That's
are
really
a very,
nice.
very wonderful person.
Oh, that's so nice. But I do think you both are brilliant and deserve everything. And so, of course.
This is such an emotional day.
Oh, okay, next. Give us another one. That was so nice. That was too nice. Oh,
I'm Joe. Carry on.
Would you rather cum mayonnaise or sweat mustard?
Come mayonnaise. Next
come
question.
mayonnaise.
Interesting. Okay.
Because I get sweat around my eyes. It'd be fucking painful.
Also made it
yeah,
my
good
fingers.
point,
Okay,
actually.
where are the chips?
Fucking
Next.
stupid. Yeah.
Is misandry bad? From Alicia.
What's that word?
It's the equivalent of misogyny, but it's where misandry is where you dislike men or like you're anti-men.
Oh yeah, you should never group people together. That being said,
I
No,
think the context,
I love men.
There was extra context to this. Is like,
Oh.
is misandry bad, or is it sort of okay, like correctively? I kind of find myself drawn towards it, but I should stop.
I think there's a difference between like asking for equal rights and misandry, and I don't enjoy the conflation between them. That happens a lot. But in answer to your question, I don't know. See the podcast. What do you think we think?
I
no,
love
it's
men.
not ideal, obviously.
If we didn't have men, we'd only have half of ABBA.
When you put it like that.
And I'm not saying that Frida and Agneta wouldn't have made an amazing band. I'm just saying that Ben and Bjorn brought a lot to the table, and lest we forget.
And
Wow.
of course, Chess the musical.
Chess the musical. Thank God for Tim Rice as well, being in the mix there.
Benny Bjorn and Tim
Benny Bjorn
Rice.
and Tim Rice, yeah.
Fair play.
I know him so well.
It's a banger.
Next.
Do you have any party tricks? Asks says.
I'm an incredible host, if that's what you mean.
Yes, me and Anna Grant used to have one at school where she'd lie on the floor, I'd step over her, I'd pick her up with her head coming through my legs and her legs around my waist, and we'd play each other's bums like a drum. And
Very
boys
nice.
loved it. They fucking loved it.
That's great.
Yeah.
That's great.
I don't know if we'd be able to, well, we'd still be able to do it actually.
I wanna
Anna,
see it.
remind me to do that with you next time I see
Make
you.
us a video and send it to us if you do.
Thank you, Anna Grant. Remind me, please.
And so our final question, obviously there's a few more have gone into the Patreon extras. If you want to go to Patreon, you can see what's been cut, and also Helen's thorn will be there.
Don't sign up just for that, because then I'll feel self-conscious.
What are you talking about? Just sign up for it anyway. So we're so
sign up
close.
anyway.
In fact, by the time this goes out, we might already be on 1,000 patrons. Just saying.
And before we go, there's a huge announcement, but go on.
Yep. Well, it's relevant to this question actually.
Okay.
Going back to Sunday, the 11th of July, 2021.
So, like, getting close to Edinburgh last 2 years
The
ago.
first
No, we
ever
weren't doing it.
Trusty Hogs
Gigless Live.
Gigless
No, it
Live.
wasn't.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Oh my God, and we all met up. Do you remember the three of us went to Balance?
Yeah.
And we had brunch
Yes.
before we did it. And we were so nervous.
Oh my God, yeah, go on.
And then you were all sitting. It was so weird.
And now we have our own studio just around the corner from Balance.
so weird.
That's really cool.
Next.
Were any of you nervous on the day of the show? So for those of you who don't know,
Petrified. We went and had a drink and a worry.
yeah, we got quite drunk actually. But for those who don't know, Giggles was an online gig that we used to run during COVID on Zoom and on YouTube. So yes, were you nervous? And was it weird seeing people in real life after seeing them on Zoom for so long?
So weird. So weird and also so affirming. And a real relief that the whole thing hadn't been a fever dream.
But everyone
honest.
was nervous.
Yeah, they
It
were
wasn't
nervous.
just us.
They were
we
nervous
were
to
nervous
sue each other.
walking up there, but they were like, there was a nervous energy from every single one of us.
I think
there.
they were nervous to see each other as well because they'd all like some people had like joined a WhatsApp group and like really formed a community and were also like a lot of people came alone. Like it was a very nervous,
From
excitable
everywhere.
energy from everywhere. People had come also to like the nervousness for me was like people had driven hours.
happens if we're not what they thought. Yeah.
Yeah, it was terrifying.
It's like a first date, but with so many people that you might have
Totally.
conned for so long.
Totally. It was petrifying. It was so exciting.
And did we walk past that guy I used to date?
Oh my God, yes!
That's
Oh,
the same
it was
which
a
one.
date, a big
but on
date,
the way
big
there, I was
date.
like, no! Like, it was just, there was too much going
Yeah.
on.
Okay, before we go to the Patreon extras, we have an announcement.
What? No, I know.
We've decided, we started as an online gig and that community was where we got our initial following from. And also, like, we're thrilled the lockdown is over and that we don't have to do online gigs anymore. But there are still a huge number of people for whom online gigs were amazing because of accessibility issues, because they're not from here, because sometimes...
Hay fever.
Because sometimes going outside is difficult. And so we would like to announce 2 online gigs. TrustyHogs presents Outside is Awful. We've got one on the 31st of October. Now you might be thinking, Catherine, but that's Halloween. Yes, but Halloween falls on a Tuesday this year, so you'll have gone to your parties the weekend beforehand. And then on the Tuesday, you'll be thinking, well, I need something to do of the evening.
I highly recommend coming to Outside is Awful.
Yeah.
And then watching your Practical Magic moment.
Yeah,
That's what we're going to do. I'm going to Catherine's to do it.
We'll
we're going
be
to
as
do that, and then we're
drunk
going to
as
watch
ever.
Practical
We'll be as
Magic
drunk-
together.
I found a video of you at my house one of those nights dancing around my living room, and you were hammered, and the camera was all over the shop. And I was like, God, we used to get absolutely over our
We
tits.
got blackout for a while.
Yeah, so that is October 31st, and the 2nd is a Christmas spectacular, December 5th, early doors, so that you can also do all your work events, blah, blah, blah. Both of them, there will be Zoom tickets, there will be YouTube tickets. There's a cap of 80 Zoom tickets, so if you want those, get on there early. We are telling you now because you'll be listening to this earliest. If you're on the Patreon, you'll be listening to this on Wednesday, so you can go to the website. Where will the tickets be, Andrew?
We can either go to our link tree, linktree.ee/TrustyHogs, or direct to the ticket website, which is ticketsource.co.uk/kerfuffle.
Because we won't be sharing it until Thursday when the Gen Pop.
Exactly. And hello to the Gen Pop if you're here, my darlings.
Hi, Gen Pop.
Tickets available for you too, my loves. And then we actually probably, we'll share it later Thursday or on Friday for everybody who didn't listen to the episode yet, on Instagram, on Twitter, etc. But please come. I think it's going to be a joyful celebration.
The
And
lineups
it'll
are
be
looking so good.
Oh my God, the lineups are looking incredible. And real Trusty Hogs faves on the lineups. And also, just really excited to see if we have international listeners, we'd love to see you there. Everyone is welcome. That's the beauty also, is that like everyone can come because it's in your freaking living room.
Yeah, it will also be available on the stream.
Yeah,
we 80 capped in the Zoom.
We're doing what we always did, which is like we want it to be accessible, so the ticket prices are very low, and then we'll have a donation link on the night if you're having a great time and you want to donate more, you can. But the point is, we want it to be for everyone, so we'll see you there.
And are we doing dress up?
For Halloween? Fuck yeah. And for Christmas? Fuck yeah.
Okay, dress up, everyone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You missed one of the Halloween ones.
Yeah, I had to host with Rachel from Shelf. Remember? You missed
dressed
the
as a
Halloween
cat,
one.
And yeah, I remember.
Why was I not there?
You had something, you were sick, I think. Possibly you had COVID.
Did I have COVID?
Yeah, I think possibly you did.
Poor Helen.
Oh, for God's sake. We'll see you on the 31st of October. Woo! Oh, guys, 100 episodes. You absolute fucking legends.
Sure
Thanks
you don't
for
wanna
sticking
sing
with
it
us.
out?
No, but I want to say that thank you for sticking with us. And here's to another 100.
Here's to another
It's
100.
to another 100.
Please have a baby before it.
Oh my God, no, this is so emotional.
Through the
fog,
fog, step forth the trusty hogs. You're gonna give them your problems and they will solve them, but maybe they won't, and that's your problem. They'll have guests and Andrew White on the tech. Yeah, it's Helen and Catherine as the trusty hogs. Trust those trusty hogs, or maybe not. Oh, a lovely listener, I believe called Sadie. Let me find it. Yes,
No,
Sadie, but not Sadie Cashmore. Different
There's
Sadie.
two Sadies?
Yes, this
Whoa,
is.
whoa.
Sadie married lady. Name that musical.
Oklahoma.
I actually don't know.
Funny girl.
Oh, that's very bad of me. Bad gay of me.
embarrassing.
Sadie Smith, which I can say because she's put it publicly, has written Trusty Hogs verse 2 and put it on the piano. Just sung her own version of Trusty Hogs.
What?
Wait, can we hear it now?
Yeah, let me see.
How will Hugh feel that he has a competitor?
You won't know.
Here we go. Ready?
Yes.
Through the fog, step off the trusty hog.
Oh my God, it's so much better.
Oh, you're gonna give me a problem, they will solve. Maybe they won't, that's your problem. They'll have guests, and if you write another text. Oh, well, it's Helen and Catherine.
Is this on
and the
Instagram?
trusty
On
hogs.
YouTube.
Trust the trusty hogs, or maybe not.
It's so country. I love it.
Through the years, you will offload all your fears. Oh, and you're gonna give them some gifties, and they will love, or maybe they won't, and that's their problem. They'll have rants, and you'll listen in your pants. Oh, it's always a good time with the trusty hogs. Trust the trusty hogs, or maybe not. It's always a good time with the trusty hogs. Trust the trusty hogs. Oh,
hate that, and I fucking loved
I
it.
can literally feel the people of Trusty Hog Nation just standing up being like, there's our new anthem.
Lighters at the... Oh my God, that was amazing!